Yes, yes, yes. Welcome to another edition of Ropes Podcast. Okay, all my people and TikTok, welcome, greetings. Okay, long time when you not see me. I say nothing or, bless up on yourself. Now we have this beautiful angel, Angel Delight, of course. And you've been away for a while. For a while we haven't been doing no podcast because, I was not at a good place.
Okay.
So, a family member that dear to my heart passed away, and it hurt.
I see.
So it take me a long while for me to pick up the courage. Even my director was pressuring me and said, "No, this will make you come back quick."
Yeah.
So. And then every time I go out there, there's somebody, you need to get me on your podcast, you need to this, you need to that, and
Yeah.
So I decide that the time is now.
Right. It's a pleasure to be here.
Okay? So welcome.
Thank you.
Welcome.
Thank you very much.
You're going to have to speak out a little bit louder for me.
Okay.
Because
I didn't want to be too loud with the mic. Right?
No. But we have those mics and those
All
things
right, then.
ready for you. And
Okay.
no, so all things. Tell me about things.
Everything is good. Everything's going well. I'm happy to be here because, it's been long awaiting, but I understand where you're coming from because it happened to me. Life is such a journey. It takes a long time to understand death. I don't think I even understood it for many years. Till I lost my mum. So I only just know it now at 30. I think I was like 40 when my mum died. I only just learnt it then.
Okay. My mom passed away about 14 years ago, and because I didn't grow with my mom, but I still have my love for my mom. You understand? Because in reality, I built my mom a house before I even owned a house for myself.
Wow.
So you must know that how much love I have for that woman. But when this auntie passed away, because this auntie will play my mother role
right
in my life, and when she tell me stories, what she did and what she go through, and so we were so close. She live in Canada and I live here, and we were on the phone back and forth and
regularly, yeah.
this and that, and so I didn't realize that hits people so hard. And I'm a videographer. I video a lot of funerals and I see it, and it's very sad. It's very sad, and But let's move on from here. Move on from there.
Yes, sure.
So, Angel Delight, what's going on for your dancing career right now?
I'm still dancing. I've just been busy, but I'm still there. I've actually got a video shoot coming up this week, so I'm still there. I choose to do certain jobs sometimes, like roles. Sometimes I'm not too in the same scene. That's all it is.
Okay, so you work in different scene apart from dancehall, and so all right. You're from Africa.
Yes.
But you live in London.
Yes.
You literally grew up in London.
Yes.
Okay.
But even though I was born and raised in England,
Were you born in England?
Yeah.
From African parentage?
Yeah, I just tell everybody I'm Zimbabwean, but I was born here.
Okay.
So it's my parents that are from Zimbabwe.
Okay.
But I speak my language, I understand my tradition, everything. So we've been there back and forth since I was basically a year old. So I'm accustomed to both sides. Yeah.
Okay. So, but you got this strong Jamaican influence on your life, where you live that lifestyle. You was actually at one stage you were living in Jamaica.
Yeah, and I'm moving to Jamaica. So for me, it's I have to be. When we say third world, Africa and Jamaica is not third world. It's third world by past nature, but not by existence. And that's how I originally loved to live. So for me, it's a cultural thing. Okay. Jamaica is like Africa. Africans love Jamaicans. People have always been fooled. But if you go to Africa, anywhere in Africa, there's a Jamaican flag somewhere.
That's true, because when you go Ghana, you see a lot of Jamaican flags all over the place, and you'll be frightened and surprised at the same time to see so much Africans want to be Jamaicans. Because of the influence that Jamaica have on them, and Africa have the same influence on Jamaica.
I will express this carefully but correctly. Dancehall is bigger in Zimbabwe than it is in Jamaica.
Wow.
By far.
I know, because I speak with some people from Zimbabwe and other African country.
Yeah.
And every name you can think of for an artist in Jamaica, that name is duplicate in Africa.
Let me tell you something. They love Jamaica because there's so many. It's not just about dancehall. It's about understanding and identifying the culture of each other. So the culture that many people may not embrace in Jamaica, Africa still acknowledges your culture and your strong points, such as how you are with each other in terms of the love. Yeah. One love. It's not just a saying, you know. So I think, for example, when Bob Marley was in Zimbabwe many years before he died, nobody has forgotten that. It's been taken as if he was Martin Luther King.
Wow. So I don't know if you heard this interview with Buju Banton, and he was talking about the African artists of now. They're not doing any song for Africa. They're just doing the songs to make money.
Yes.
What your take on that, quickly?
Okay, I don't believe they should have to do anything more than what they're doing, because there is a private scene that the world doesn't have to see. We're actually sacred people. So, for example, you won't see all the good artists come out forward because we still want to preserve and not be exploited.
Yeah, but it's not exploitation when you have artists like Lucky Dube.
Yes.
And few more artists that fight the liberation. Just like how the Jamaican artists, the reggae artists, who fight that fight for Africa.
They are there.
One second. They sing, all of them have 1 or 2, 3, 4 songs that they sing about freedom for Africa.
That's correct.
And when you see people like Burna Boys, and all those artists going around making millions, filling up stadium, and that one day they don't sing about they don't sing and say, let's liberate Africa, because Africa is not free.
Right. So what I'm saying is, just like how in Jamaica you have Shensia, right? People don't want to embrace and acknowledge her for her talent because they expect so much of her that when she branches off a certain direction, she's also picked on, right? Then you have other artists like Skilly Bang and them. They have their own purpose as artists. But do you know Ja Praise? Ja Praiser?
I heard of it.
Okay. What does he sing about? What does, but when he comes to England and travels the world, he's fully booked. He can fill up Wembley Stadium in a minute. Yeah? So don't watch the people you see. Watch the people you know, because you have to learn to know.
But
they're there.
We do have to see the ones that were out there, who like the Burna Boys and running up and down Jamaica, America, filling up stadiums, and we hear them sing. They sing nice songs.
Yeah,
songs
it's
where you
fun.
want to get up and dance.
They're the fun people.
Like that, but
they're just the fun. That's their content.
Why not use your influence and draw some attention to the struggle that Africans are going through?
So that's why I said it's not, and plus it's not a struggle. There's some parts that are struggling because of exploitation. So remember the fight, what it is about. It's about taking from Africa. Yeah, it's the enslavement of taking.
Let me take your hair away from this microphone.
Oh, sorry.
Let me fix your microphone properly for you, because we're going to go into some...
Let me try to keep still as well.
Some serious discussion. Okay.
It's about, it's as I said, you can't expect Skilly Bang or artists like him to sing about protecting Jamaica, because that's not their content, that's not their niche. So there's a part and a place and a role for each and every other individual. Yeah, you have freedom fighters and you have non-freedom fighters. I wouldn't expect certain artists to change their content because it doesn't fit their role.
Okay.
So we don't expect
Let me
it.
give you a next example. Okay. In Jamaica,
Yeah.
in dancehall, in reggae, you got a song that every artist looking for this one hit that will play
Yes.
forever.
Yes.
It's like She's Royal. And then they can go off and do anything else, but they want that
Yeah.
one song. And so Skillibeng is looking for that one song that everybody, you can play it around your dinner table at Christmas time. Then every artist in Jamaica is searching for that one song. No matter how you see they sing the commercial songs, and they sing the boy 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 boy, and this songs that really lasting for 3 months or 6 weeks.
Yes.
They're still looking for that one song. So
Yes.
that's why they were Buju Banton was looking for the African artists them that making money now is to do something for Africa, is to sing about, because you can go Africa, you can build a village, you can build this, you can build that, but Africa is bigger than a village.
Yes, it's very big. But that's a world problem, because like anything going on in the world, people will rather hear the nonsense than the productivity. So the productive elements of anything in the world is under here, and the loudness and the badness is up here.
Okay, so we have to choose
It's
which
the glorification,
Okay.
because it's there. So like even here in this area, I know a lot of good African clubs. They're right under your nose. Unless you go to an African club, you don't even know they're there, but they're full. And they're packed out every
week.
every week and in the week.
Yeah, because Africa is a continent, so they got loads of people here.
Yes.
The other difference is Jamaica voice is so loud. Till
Yeah.
everybody
You know, they're there.
Then,
You can just walk down the street and
you
say, I
just
need a
see-
Jamaican
you see
club.
Two Jamaican there and they're loud. They're in the club and they're loud.
Yeah,
That's our
yeah.
culture. We love
The vibes.
You have to see us.
The vibes.
You have to see us. And
they're
Nigerian too.
Yeah, Nigeria is the same. Very
Okay.
much so.
You spend so much time in Jamaica.
Yes.
Right. Do you have a Jamaican passport?
I'm going to have to get a second passport and get one.
Okay,
Yeah.
because you spend so much time in Jamaica. Rumor has it that you once date Elephant Man and like a serious relationship. Is there any truth to that?
Yeah, it was very serious. Yeah, we would have been married and
Whoa!
everything.
Serious?
Yeah.
You was gonna get married to Elephant
Let's put
Man.
it this way: what people don't know about people really surprises you when you know more. I'm just gonna quickly say this, and we can change direction of conversation. But you know, like for example, he's a man who, when it comes to like, for example, stepchildren, he will claim them as his own.
Okay.
He's not the type of man to say, oh, I'm dating you, so therefore your children are still yours. No, this is now my son, this is now my daughter. And in counting children, he will count yours too. They're in there too.
Okay, so the rumors that Elephant Man have like what 28 kids?
No,
That
it's not true.
Their stepkids are.
Let's just put it this
those?
way. You can use your Google to know how many and their names, because they're there. The list of the
Yeah,
children
but
are
Google
there.
Google is just what you put in.
Yeah, but they're
You understand?
registered.
Okay.
They are registered.
Okay.
Mr. Sadada O'Brien. Everybody's registered. So
Okay, so it's not true then.
No,
It's not true
it's
that you
not
got
true.
28 kids.
It's, as I said, it's an exaggeration of claiming even the ones that you've been around during a relationship. I used to do the same. I've got 7 children then.
So what caused a breakup
You know?
between you and Elephant Man?
It wasn't anything bad, but it was just a turn whereby I had to also make a decision, because my mum died around the time that we would have basically settled, and I literally picked up and left, and I had to go across the other side of the world. And at that time, my thing was, I'm going to go and settle in Zimbabwe.
Okay, you still got get out that thought?
I've still got, like, basically I'm in between both worlds now. Yeah, I'll permanently be there and there.
Okay, but now you're married. I see pictures floating
Yes,
around the place. That
I'm married.
You're married to a Jamaican?
Yeah, he's Jamaican.
Okay.
We were together here initially. He was in England for 23 years. So we have history. And then he had to leave some years ago.
Okay.
And we actually stayed together before with the children.
Okay, so it was an on and off relationship.
No,
then?
it was a proper relationship, but he had to leave the country. So when he left, we literally parted, because at that time, you remember, I was sick. I couldn't get up and go anywhere else but here, because I was bound by my health. In and out of hospital, in and out of hospital, surgery, surgery. There was no way I could uproot myself. So I was basically left behind, stuck here. And I couldn't move, even though the option was there. Do you want to come and we stay and do business and settle here? I don't know how he would have coped with me being so sick out there.
Okay, so when you were dating Elephant Man, where was he in Jamaica?
What do you mean? Sorry.
When you were going out with Elephant Man, so where was he in your life at the time? Were you still communicating?
No, we there's nothing. I mean, I separate things. If we're not together, we're just not together anymore. That's it. So he had his relationship, he had his partner.
Okay.
He had a relationship now.
So you just happened to just bump back into each other and then you started date again and
Let's put it this way. He actually asked me, I was now single, and he said to me, so this is a testimony for those out there who want to find love, by the way. This is a testimony. I split with my partner, and then he said to me, hi, are you single or are you still with your partner? And I said, funny enough, I'm not with my partner anymore. Da, 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 da. And we're talking about it, and I was sad. And he said, well, I'm not going to wait for you to tell me you're in a relationship again. I've waited for the day that you tell me you're single. Let's get married.
you were just like that?
I was like, oh, you're just joking. This is April. April this year. And I was like, huh? Then he said, no, I'm serious. I always said, I know you. I know how you are. I know what type of woman you are. I know how you take care of your man. I know how gentle you are when you're with somebody. I don't see anybody befitting.
So, but after a period of time, he changed, you changed.
Yeah.
You have different
Yeah.
lovers. And the last relationship was you and Elephant Man.
The last relationship ended in a way where still there's no bad blood, but for me it was like it would have nothing to do with anything, anybody, any past, any middle. It's about the characteristics of the person you know. They're still embedded.
Yes, but there's no new trait come in, no attitude change. You have different relationship,
Yeah.
and you have different relationship.
Yeah.
You come back together, and within how long did it take you to get married?
We were talking on the phone now every day, communicating about things, how it would go, how would we work it out. You still want to go and live in Zim, so he had to convince me. You know, it took a lot of convincing to move to there, because I was like, I'm going here though. And he said to me, you know, what we can do is we can cross countries. You know, we can cross countries whenever you feel like you really need to go back, we go.
Okay.
So he likes Africa and African things. So he's like, I want us to wear African wear. You know, I want us to do this. I want to learn that. I want to eat the food. You know what I'm saying? So there was no fear. No fear. No, because I said, let me go and see. If there was anything that I had to be afraid of, I could have just come back home. No fear.
So the wedding
Don't be scared.
The wedding was in Jamaica.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to fast into your life here.
Yes.
So the gap between your last relationship and this new relationship that you get married, how long was
February. I
Was
split
February
with my
gone?
part.
You
Yes.
You split with your partner.
I split with my partner in February, and that, like I said, we were talking about what I went through, and he said to me, "Well, if you land tomorrow, I'll marry you tomorrow."
Serious.
Yeah.
I know you love him.
Yes. Yeah.
'Cause I see the pictures.
Yeah. I'm. He's everything that I am, in the sense of we relate to each other on many grounds, and we are familiar with each other on many grounds. So let's just say we're easy to live because he's as understanding of me as I am of myself.
Okay.
So you see, like you're asking about the dancing before, he has no problem. If you're with somebody who's okay with who you are, how you are, there will be no complications because they're understanding.
Okay.
Okay.
And
other things.
I'm gonna have to wish you well on this one. You understand? Because
Yeah.
it seems like you take a big chance.
Yeah. I'm
you've
good.
done it now.
Yeah, I'm good.
So you're gonna have to, whatever comes, I hope it is good.
So yeah.
So you're gonna have to take it and deal with it.
Yeah, I'm completely content. This is how I feel. There is no one that can break me. I can shed a tear 1 day, 2 days, but you cannot break me. And the reason why you cannot break me is I have a lot to fall on for myself.
This is sound like if you have an ex, don't give up completely on your ex.
Don't
you know, because even 23 years down the line, you and that ex can end up being married.
Yeah.
You understand? So don't give up. Don't write off your ex.
Especially if there was nothing that made you part. There was no issue. There was no drama, no argument, no fuss, no fight, nothing. So what would be the reason to not give him a chance, another shot at love, if I'm open?
Do you think it could be rebound?
For me?
For you?
No.
For both of you?
No, not really, because let's just put it this way without saying too much, yeah? If you have everything you need and more, let's just be really honest with each other as adults. Being single and outside is actually more collective than being with somebody and inside. Being with someone has to be a serious choice. Being married to someone means you let go of you and yourself and your outside self. So it's a choice you have to make knowing you're ready for it. So it would have nothing to do with rebound. Outside would be more exciting than inside. So, because remember, I'm a person, I get up and fly whenever I feel like it. Yeah, I go to the weekender and I'll be brocking out and doing whatever. Enjoying myself dancing. You know me, I would dance from the beginning till the DJ switches off to say,
that's true.
Off. Yeah, so what would be the rebound if I can enjoy my life for me without the commitment? And that's what most women go through. They have to make a decision if they really want that enclosure.
I'm going to have to set up a meeting that you'll be a guidance counsel for marriage. For marriage couple, right? Or for people that go through broken heart and just know that put him down, take him up.
There's no such thing, because my children are grown as well. And trust me, the first thing that my older son said is, let me speak to him. And second of all, I remember him. I remember everything about him. He's such a good man. He took care of everyone, looked after everyone. He's got such a good heart.
Well, once your kids them love him and he's a loving man to you and your family, why not?
Yeah, and my brother had a word with him before I went out there. They all had a word with him, you know, to hear him out.
So I guess it was just a small private wedding.
Yeah, very small.
Traditional Zimbabwe style.
Not really traditional Zimbabwe style. We had a church wedding, but we only went with a few people because, how can I put it? Let's just say I didn't have anybody there because time, and I don't need the stress and the drama of somebody else telling me, oh, I don't have, or I can't make it, or I can't this, or I have this. It's just extra. I just want my day to be nice and peaceful
and you enjoy
and pleasant, and it was amazing. It was.
Okay, so how your dancing career is going now?
Yeah, so I would still say it's good because, it's good, but I think I have to go back to dancing more. Because it keeps me fit. It keeps me fit and I love it. You know I love music.
Okay. I see you go through a life-changing operation where you couldn't walk and for you to come back from that operation, was it your spinal cord or something like that?
No, it was my it was a hernia. But it wasn't just a hernia. I had 3 surgeries in 1 year in that same spot.
Wow.
And the last surgery that I had, I basically didn't wake up for like 45 minutes. And
so wait, they say you died for 45 minutes?
Not died, but I just couldn't wait. I wasn't waking up.
Okay. No matter what they do, you wasn't waking up.
No matter what. And on top of that, I had 17 surgeries before. So in total, 21 surgeries.
Wow.
And then to make matters worse, I came out of that operation in pain I've never, ever experienced in my life. And I couldn't walk because I was in a wheelchair for some time. And it was horrific. I almost had what's it called? That bag, the external bag. And they were telling me, if you come out and we can fix you without that, then it would be a good day. But I don't have a belly button, basically.
But they
had to remove that.
Most women don't have a belly button right now.
I mean, like, gone completely. They had to remove the whole entire thing. And I used to think you can't live without a belly button, as in without one. No, they took everything off.
No, woman is living without anything. The woman don't even have ribs nowadays. They're giving us back our ribs. So a belly button is, I'm not saying a serious thing, I make joking.
Yeah. No.
Right, so a belly button is nothing compared to the ribs them. You see, woman, I was at a party over the Sunday gone, and there's a woman that's showing that, listen me, if you push me right through, you can just feel my spine. I don't got ribs.
It's all gone.
Women giving back man their ribs.
Oh gosh, I didn't know that.
Women start to give us back their ribs.
Oh, well, that one I won't do. I haven't had any cosmetic surgery, but the surgeries I had to have literally were like always emergency surgery. And if it was scheduled, it's because it's come to the point where it's dangerous. Always.
But look at you now.
Yeah.
Making somebody else happy.
Do you know what?
You're dancing like, I saw you dance the other day. You're dancing like you're 16.
Like nothing.
Like nothing happened. Nothing ever happened to you.
Ropes,
okay.
Music's the rhythm to repair. Yeah. I think music is just overall my thing. Because even when I'm in the Afrobeat side, we don't even call it Afrobeat. It's Sukus. Lingala. Sukus. So it's from Zaire. And it's a mixture with my music from Zimbabwe, which is Shona. I love it. Like, there's no dance I don't know.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Can you tell me about your early life growing up in the UK and how influenced by dancehall, coming from an African background?
All right. Here's the reality of it. My parents danced. We used to have parties at home, and even when I was one, like here, I was so small, I'll be in the middle dancing, and my parents would be like, look, girl, Yeri, girl, Yeri. Everybody will be like, cheering me on. So my parents are the reason why I'm so much into dancing and music. And then from there, when I was 14, I was in Zimbabwe, and we used to listen to dancehall hard. So every Saturday, which is something I'm implementing in Jamaica, every Saturday we used to go to Teen Scene, which is like a nightclub, like your normal nightclub. Saturday, the teenagers go and they party. So you'd have dancehall, hip hop, R&B, just like the adults. But it means the children get to communicate. It means the children get to socialize, and it means the children are out of the house. So the parents get a break. Okay. And you have more of a communal ground. So no drinking, no this, no that, because security's there. But you basically get to enjoy it. And those are the days of, I will do anything just for you. Okay. So we used to really kick it off like that. And so that's where I really grew the love of dancehall more. So when I came back to England now, I was always in music. So I was doing dub plates in Zimbabwe, and I was DJing in clubs at a young age. So at 16 I was DJing, and then I would do like jingles and soundtracks for movies. So coming to England, I was just ready for the road. Like, I went for 2 years and came back.
Okay. So how was living in the UK influence your life into dancehall?
When I came back, I started doing music and producing. So that's what I studied, which means I was making beats for all kinds of music.
Oh, okay.
So I really was engrossed in everything. So again, I was now dancing for an Afrobeat. I'll just say Afrobeats, but it's not Afrobeats. Afrobeats group. So we were touring and traveling all over and around the world dancing. So it's a cross between not just being dancehall, but it crossed me over to dancehall. Because when we would go to certain clubs, dancehall's playing. And we would also be able to do our routines to it because the rhythm is on the same tempo, same bass, you know what I'm saying? So then from there, chimes, dubs, you know, West End, where was it again? Cameos. So that's how I got into it. Everything was going on, we were there.
Okay. Do you feel there are similarities between the dancehall style and the African dance?
Yeah, because we whine and we what you would call twerk, we twerk. Our grandmothers, our aunties, they can twerk, they can whine. If you can't dance, there's something wrong with you and you must not be from the family because something's wrong. So we're used to all of that.
Okay.
It's just that we're more conservative in general because there's a time and a place for everything. But take us into our environment, all you're going to see is people freely and happily whining.
Okay, but at some stage, especially in the earlier stage of most African dancers that embrace the Jamaican culture, never yet face up that they are Africans. They are always try to look like Jamaicans and act like Jamaicans, and even most try to speak like Jamaicans. Why is that?
It's very similar because when you, as I said, if you're in Africa, there are Jamaicans in Africa. What would we say they act like?
It depends. Most act like Africans. Some act like they're Jamaicans. They're representing Jamaica in Africa.
Right. So when I hear even some Jamaicans with their African friends, they cross over lingo-wise. They don't speak raw patois, and patois is from Africa. It's derived from Africa. So we identify each other as brothers and sisters. We don't segregate to say, you can't speak like that and twist your tongue because you're not from us. We praise you because you are one of our brothers or sisters. So therefore, the upliftment comes from wanting to support.
Yeah, I understand what you're saying, but they wasn't doing it from the African point
because
of view. They were hiding
because
under
they were
under
teased.
the,
Because you were teased.
Okay, so they were teased like, oh, you.
Yeah. So this is where I'm coming from with that. You go to a workplace and you've got your kinky bush. You think you're going to get a position and upgrade. They will say to you, Addy, could you please come to the office? We don't feel your attire is appropriate for our company. And you're going to end up with a wig or a weave. When you if it's a wig, you get home, you take it off yourself. Whew. So that's what African children went through at school.
Okay.
They were teased by their own black people and they were teased by the white people. The same reason why most of the times slavery is only acknowledged, or should I say racism is only acknowledged in adult settings. You forgot they came from it from school coming up. And unfortunately, it was our own kind that did that to us. So we have to, Ropes is from Jamaica, I'm from Zimbabwe. I'm with you and you're teasing me. I'm going to have to play with you. You know, if you can't beat them, you join them.
Join them, okay.
So we join you so we can be together so you can play with me. You're not going to play with me unless I try and emulate you and make you feel comfortable. Same thing with the household. If you eat this and you tell me I'm not going to eat that food, I'm going to cook West Indian food for you to be content and happy for us to live together good. That's what happened. And I witnessed that all my life, but I just stuck to Zimbabwean.
So it's the prejudice that caused people to hide under the Jamaican flag.
That's
to say,
right.
Okay, I'm Jamaican. I'm from Halfway Tree. I'm from 3 Mile. I'm from Kingston 30.
Yeah. I'd have to ask you, where are you from? So I could say, yeah. But that's because they didn't have a fighting ground. Me now, I'm Zimbabwean to the point where people don't even know that I was born here. If you ask me, then I'll tell you I was born in Whittington Hospital. But I'm Zimbabwean. When I'm writing a form, I say Black African. And then I might just put...
Okay. Okay, so how do you navigate a cultural approach conversation while engaging with a Jamaican bar and dancer style?
Um, in terms of like the dancing, we have one language, one. I've danced with all the dancers that you can imagine, like Bogle. Ice and I were close. Before he died, I spoke to him the day before. And with people like that, they treated us with respect. I go to Jamaica and I tell them I'm from Africa. And they ask me, oh my God, Africa. So Jamaicans in Jamaica, they're so welcoming and loving. You know, like when I tell them I'm from Zimbabwe, let me tell you something. They are the best. Why do you think I'm comfortable?
Okay, you feel like at home.
Oh, they're so amazing. They treat me well. Like some of the roads, for example, in Jamaica are named after our roads in Africa. We've got Zimbabwean roads that I see there.
Okay.
Yeah, in Jamaica. And then Shona, spelled Shona. That's our language, Shona. So the name Shana is Shona.
So would be you interested in teaching your language into Jamaican? Because there's a lot of Africans live in Jamaica and work in Jamaica and comfortable.
Yeah, yeah. That's the thing. I do teach one or two people words and sentences. So I would never mind doing that because I love it. I love it.
Okay. How do you stay connected to your African roots while fully immunized in the dancehall community?
I still go to the dances, the parties. I'm there. Yeah. So and on lives, sometimes I'm in the Zimbabwean lives, and we're speaking the language right through the live. I love that because I still get to speak to people all over because our first language is English, and we speak. When I say proper English, we speak better than the English in England because we speak fluent, proper English. We pronounce our words.
Okay.
Whereas we don't have the, yo, you get me, like what you're saying. We don't speak like that. So we like it when we can change over. You know what I'm saying? So like when you go into deep, deep, deep patois, and then you've got the street patois, and then you've got you can tell Kingston and country. You know what I'm saying? So that's the same thing. I literally cross over as it comes. Sometimes I have a Zimbabwean person, and one of my friends sees that I'm live from Jamaica or somewhere, and then they come in and we're like, guys, let's switch it so that they can understand what we're saying. Then we speak English, and and then they'll be speaking, and it's nice.
That's why you must teach them the lingua down there.
It's nice, man.
So
it's so nice.
Are there any African influence you bring to the dancehall scene?
Yes, because I actually have a group in my on my Instagram. So what we do is people from Africa that are in the group, they share. And people from Jamaica who are around the world, they share. So we have kept connected. Well, we called ourselves One Team with a Dream. So we basically are a team united. So when it comes to anything, we let each other know. And I think it's just like Dancehall episode. We got some people from certain countries who come. And that's because we connected.
Okay.
So I've got people from Netherlands, but they're from Suriname. Then we've got people from Bermuda that come. So we met each other on the internet from that group. So from there, we fly to see each other as well.
Okay.
So that's how we've connected all the worlds into one.
Okay.
And I started that group when my mum died.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Can you talk about the importance of dancehall community in the UK?
I would say it's important, but it's highly damaged by undisciplined behavior. So the importance of it will fade if people don't collect it now, because it's already on the brink of destruction.
You think so?
I mean, based on how it is now and how it was then.
So
not dancehall on the whole, by the way.
No, well,
we're talking about just partying.
Let's talk about dancehall. We're not talking about party. Party,
okay.
Everybody keep party, but dancehall is totally different thing.
Okay, okay.
And
On a whole.
you represent as a dancer, you represent dancehall.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Who are some of your biggest inspiration in the dancehall world, both in Jamaica and global?
In terms
Globally.
of artists,
Into dancehall.
Ellie.
Ellie still one of your
Yeah,
influence?
yeah, because you go in any dance, his music will get us dancing. And then Killer, definitely. Beanie Man, definitely. Spice, definitely.
So what about the dancers?
We're talking about the artists first. Dancers, it would be the greats. Bogle, even dancers like Dancer Bling who still keep his legacy alive. Sri Lanka, Energy, Boise, all of them. I would just say all of them because guess what? They're keeping it blazing. They're out there every single day of their lives, Sunday to Sunday. So if you don't have a day off, one day, not even Christmas, and you've got a family, then you are representing dancehall right through. No sleep. Yeah, and then the people in England, everyone, because they're putting in the legwork plus day work.
So there's no standout dancer in the UK that influence you?
Oh, the dancer.
If you have to think about it, that
No, do you know why I'd say that? It's not influence. We've been around each other right through. So it's like your brother and your sister. It's not a particular person, it's a collective. Every one of them. Because each one of them have got their little touch. Do you get what I'm saying? So if it's Short Man, for example, if it's Miss Rose, if it's even Irish, if it's Temper Benz, every one of them inspire because they all have a little touch. I think everyone's got a touch, everyone. Because when it comes to like, for example, somebody asked me, do you have any dances that you know of that I can put in my music video? I just ask them, what is it that you need from the dancer? And if they want somebody who can do hardcore, who can do girls dancing, man them dancing, Miss Rose. If they want a woman. You see what I'm saying?
Miss Rose is a bad dancer.
Then if they
still.
say they want a lady who's feminine and going to just be dainty and just, and that's it. Then it's going to be someone else. So I'm just saying.
So who's the dainty dancer? Who's the dainty dancer?
There's quite a few of them. Tempo is one, Temper Benz. But then again, like I said, it's not just subject to dancing. It's also whatever they require. There are requirements. Some of them say, I would like a white girl, Irish. They would say, there's different. I want a thick girl. Then I'll give them the recommendation. Everybody's got something, you know what I'm saying? Like everybody. Then there's groups. 876 there, that's a group right there.
Okay.
There's also Ignition Squad.
Okay. What have been the most rewarding moment of your dancing career so far?
There's plenty of moments. But can I say something out of the box for that?
Yeah.
The time where you, Andrew Fresh, movie star Johnny, came together to help me when I needed surgery. That is community love in the dancehall scene.
What did they do?
You guys came together. And
me? Be involved in it?
You, Ropes.
I didn't even, you know what?
You called me and said, I will do a dance for you and fundraise for you with Andrew. And Johnny was also a part of it because he brought me to the forefront. And we will collect. We don't want the money, but it's for you to have your surgery private because NHS were giving me hell.
And did we do it?
Johnny had a dance, and then you were going to have a dance in South.
Yeah.
I ended up in emergency. They had to operate in emergency.
Okay,
so I even went live to let them know, guys, I don't need the money anymore. I'm in hospital right now. So I went live in hospital and let everybody know that I'm no longer going to go private. But you were ready.
Thank you for telling me that because I didn't remember nothing about. Most time people see me in the street and say, "Oh, thank you for doing this for me and do that." Listen to me. If you're giving something from your heart, you don't have to keep a note of
Yeah.
it. And you don't have
It's
to
a no.
record it.
Yeah.
You don't have to, like, most people are going around and giving away things to people. And I've been giving away things for ages and I never record it. Every time I keep my party, I always go back to Jamaica and pay for somebody education. And I never record it. I never put it up on live. I never do nothing. Because you know what? I was before social media. So I ain't gonna bow to social media now because I want your respect and I'm gonna put up everything on live to say I'm giving away this to charity. I'm always been doing that. So most of the time I'm on the street and people will come to me and say things this and say that. But thank you for reminding me.
Yeah, no, that's what you call historical moment of truth, of the love that is still there in the dancehall scene. Because there's many times people have needed the assistance and people come together. And those are the things that we can't even put aside. Not only that, even my mental health, going through the surgeries and everything, the amount of people that were there, even just to say if you need anyone to talk to in the dancehall scene, they're the people that showed up. And then the friendships that I built from there, they're still my friends today from that. Yeah. So I would honestly say, iconically, the dancehall scene itself should never be doing half of the things they're doing, which are the disappointing factors when they're arguing amongst each other and publicly shaming each other. Because in real...
And call us gatekeeper.
all that, I think, should be indoors. You know what I'm saying? That's an outside fight which gives people the ammunition to destroy you as a scene and a team. Do you get what I'm saying? So, like, everything that's been destroyed has been destroyed within, because if I hear that you've done this and I have a club, I'm now going to say, I don't think I want these people because I saw them on the internet the other day and the things they can do to each other.
Yeah,
or my club is now a police alert spot because you called the police on your fellow brother or sister.
Yeah.
That is what is hurting. That's what I was talking about.
That is hurting dancehall.
Yeah.
That's the jealousy and the bad mind is hurting dancehall. And
because the money that goes through dancehall, even the dancing scene, party scene, it's enough for the whole collective
to spread for the community,
to be bigger, greater, and just as good as the Jewish people. There's enough.
That's true, but it's taken outsiders to tell them that.
Yeah,
you understand?
no.
Because when we're breaking it down to them from day one, from a long time, all right, we're not really going to divert from this thing there because we just want to wrap up this interview. So, but that's to say this, that when we've been saying this for a long time and said there's money in dancehall, but it's just not channeled the right way.
The right way, yeah.
You understand? And then everyone fighting everyone, then everybody's fighting for crumbs. And the big cake is going somewhere else. And they don't even know where it's going. It just come under a lot of pressure because most of it is because of jealousy. Yeah. But I want to tell somebody that it's 24 hours in one day. If I make a name by being a videographer, you make a name by being a dancer. My engineer make a name by being an engineer. Yeah. You understand? So why am I gonna fight against the engineer when I don't do what the engineer do?
This is it.
You understand? So we all can live. And I hope that dancehall people will wake up one day and realize that they're fighting the wrong fight.
Yeah. And that's the thing. There are a lot of people in good fields that are necessary enough to make establishments of their own. You shouldn't be in a job for so long and you're not owning your own company in that job field.
I'm in it for 25 years and I'm leaving. I'm leaving now. I feel like I'm retiring now.
I don't think you should. Thank you.
I get a lot of emails. A lot of people say, "Ropes, where you going?
No.
You're a dancer. You're this." But there's more things I want to do. I want to connect. I want to go back making my movies, and I'm at a better place now to make movies.
Okay.
Like I try it. I like it. I qualify. I go through the disconnect. I go to the connect and. My mind is settled now.
Yeah.
You understand? Because even me making movie, lot of people who come after me making movie, I was their target. And I laugh. I said, why you make me your target? You should make we work together.
Yeah.
And build a community. But I was there thought, oh, my movie is better than yours. My movie is this. My movie is that. My movie gonna go all over the place.
It should never be like that.
I got the connections. Come for it.
Yeah.
You understand?
So you can do it properly.
We got some of the good. We have got some of the best editors around. Come and get them. Come work with me. Don't kill the culture. I tell them all the time. Don't try to kill me. Because you're killing the next generation.
That's correct.
You
Because
understand?
it's all about the offspring. Are they going to be there when you leave? If you leave nothing for them to inherit in the business that you're in. Do you see what I'm saying?
Yep.
So it's destroyed by the wrong things. Like, I mean, even with me and the dancing thing, as I said, I've always been doing other things because I like doing a lot of things. And I'm here studying to be a pilot. I'm doing flight lessons.
Congratulations.
Yeah. And that's the thing. It's my passion. But you know, I didn't think I could. It's just something was
Everything
telling
is
me
possible.
I'm not good enough to be able to. And then the pressure of other things in my life were making me feel like I can't. Do you see what I'm saying? So there's a lot of things sometimes we have to understand to be able to know what we are within. Sometimes that's all it is.
Okay. How do you balance the demand of being a professional dancer with the need for self-care and stay grounded?
Oh, self-care on the outside or the inside?
Wherever self-care you do.
All right. I do everything for myself. So nails, hair, this, that, and the other. I take care of me because I feel, even if I'm just in the house, I feel so good to know that I present myself a certain way. So it makes me feel like the rest is easy. So the inside of me, I don't think I even look at it because I see the outside already. Do you see what I'm saying? So the inside takes care of itself because you take care of the outside. That's me. Every day I look at myself and say, oh, let me just fix my eyebrows. I could have not come outside for 3 months. I used to do it in hospital. I would be in hospital and I would say, kids, could you please bring my this and my that? I would make a wig in hospital just to feel good or do my hair, plait my hair. So I think that did a lot of the internal work because I felt good about me as a person. So no matter what other people would assume, I never felt it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you think, because you go through 23 operation and it's not easy, your body being ripped apart and piece there and get back together. Do you believe that if it wasn't for dancehall and dancing, you would be still here today?
Whoops. I would go to the party with my little backpack of my tablets and my medication. I would have a patch on my stomach and it could be bleeding a little bit still. And I'm like, ugh. And I'd get there and I'm like, yeah, I'm here. Hearing and in my ears and my heart is just vibrating. I used to look forward to coming out of hospital because I'll be like, when I get out, I'm going to go to that place and I'll go to that happy place. So music, dancehall, the scene itself, Jamaicans, the reason why I love Jamaicans so much, they don't care. You could be like this and she is the happiest or he's the happiest person in the world on the outside. That's what counts because then you don't kill yourself inside because other people said, you're called fatty from you're like this, so you don't mind being called fat.
You're called black.
Me now, yeah, I would, if I didn't have that environment,
Slimmers.
I would be crying every day. I'd be like, she called me.
So
Yeah.
people like nowadays
yeah.
they got new words. Oh, your body shaming me.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
understand? So people who are big and people being called fatter or blackie. People don't see those it's part of the culture.
That's my nickname.
It's my nickname. It's not body shaming me.
Yeah.
Nowadays you say it even to your kids and say, don't you see you're getting too fat?
Too big.
They would say,
Oh, don't say
oh,
that.
you don't say that, your
Yeah.
body shaming. So you think that is the English influence.
It is because that's, as I said, that's what I love about Jamaica and Jamaicans because they don't highlight the things people say. They highlight what they identify. Okay, I'm getting a bit too big. My clothes are getting too big. I need to change my wardrobe. It's too much money. Let me lose some weight and fit into what I'm used to. It's their choice. If it's not their choice, it's not happening. It's not changing. I like that because then I would have been bullied to a pulp when I was very thin, or, you know, just anything about me. I learned to not feel anything and be immune, because the people I was around showed me that, why would you worry about them? We are us, and we're doing us. Why are you even acknowledging them, Angel? You know? Can I say something about that?
Yeah.
That you said to me? You probably don't remember. I called Ropes once crying. I said, Ropes, this is what happened to me. And Ropes is like, don't worry, Angel, it's okay. He's on the phone. And I'm like, oh, it wasn't so bad, but he's right. That was it. From that minute you said what you said, finished. If I didn't speak to you, I would still probably be beating up myself. It would be churning. My stomach would be hurting. I wouldn't be eating. So, as I said, you come from that. So you don't even see it. The things you say last forever, because somebody else tried the same thing. And you know, that's what got me through.
Okay.
I just remembered what
people
you said
out
before.
there, I'm doing 25 years as a videographer. I counsel a lot of people. So if you're out there sitting on my flowers, send it over. This is the year for me to collect my flowers. Give me my flowers. Right? If I do good to you, let me know. Because I don't remember everything, you know, because I said I don't keep records of things. When I'm doing good for people, I don't keep records.
Okay.
And if I hurt anyone out there, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Definitely sorry. Because I'm not about embarrassing no one, using no one, or hurting no one. I'm about living. Just live. Be happy. No matter where you are, who you are, just be happy. Okay.
Yeah.
How do you use your platform to empower other women, especially women of African descent in the dancehall community?
Well, we have a lot of groups, so they tend to ask me things and I tell them. That's it. Ask me and I'll tell you. Oh, Angel, you're 44. You don't look 44. What do you do? Nothing.
But you don't look 44, to be honest with you.
Nah, honestly, just be happy, be free, and you have to enjoy life to actually live like you're not suffering. Because if you live in sufferation, your whole body suffers. Trauma is mental. It starts from the mental anyway. So that's all it is. Do you do anything now? Do you have any skin routine? Definitely not. Do you wash your face? No, I don't. I use charcoal wipes or tea tree wipes and just water. That's it. Not no scrubbing with this soap, this, that. Stop it. Don't do all that. Just be as natural as you've always supposed to be.
Okay. Okay. What do you think about the representation of women in dancehall culture? Do you feel you're fit into that narrative?
There's some things that I can't do, like for example the dressing. Sometimes, yeah, I will wear leggings and go out. Maybe shorts someday if it's like a theme thing. I've come out of my shell a little bit more, but mainly if I go to a weekender or on holiday. But generally, I can't really come out with just the little nipple thingies and, you know, like dress naked. I can't really do it. But I don't shame anybody that can, because their bodies look so good. Like people, if you've gone out of your way to do so much to perfect yourself for your inner self, I'm here to clap and say you look good.
So in other words, whoever you feel you are, whatever you want to do with your life, if you want to go to dancehall and just in a bikini, and even though it's cold, and you want to have a bikini like you're on the beach, it's your life. As long as you do it with respect.
Yeah, and when I wasn't married, I might even slap you on the bum. I'm like, go girl, you're looking good. Because that's what people need. You need to be told, oh, you're smelling nice. Oh, wow. Guys need compliments too. So it's like, why do you think we wake up every day not to be seen by anyone? No, somebody's going to see you, whether you're walking on the street or in a dance. So if somebody's put their effort on, I might be staring at you and I'll be like, oh, sugar. I'll walk up to you and say, sorry, I'm staring, but you look really nice. I just had to tell you. And walk away.
Okay.
Yeah.
Have you faced any criticism for blending African culture and dancehall, and how do you respond to it?
No. None. No criticism.
Okay. What advice would you give to a young African girl who want to pursue dancing in the UK or within the dancehall space?
My thing would be always learn the history of it before you get into it. So you understand what you're doing. Because the history gives you an idea of now. Yeah, that's mainly it. Because if you're in and you're dancing, nobody really is going to pay too much attention to you until you go to the attention. So if you go in the middle and you start brocking out, then people will notice you. If it's not for that, then...
Okay. Can you describe a typical day in your life as a dancer from training to performance?
Oh, I'm very undisciplined. Since I stopped the African dancing, touring and stuff like that, I just dance. There's no training involved, no routines, no practice.
Okay, so
I just go out and
it's
dance.
just freestyle.
Yeah. I can do routines because I know, let's just put it this, I know all the TikTok routines. I know all of them. You can't tell me nothing. But, but I think I just enjoy going with the flow.
Okay.
If I have to do a routine, like if it's a music video and they say, we need you to, then I'll do it.
Okay, they would have to request a routine.
Yeah.
Then you will be just practicing
Yeah.
it and anything. So apart from that, it's just freestyle. So why does UK dancehall or dancers doesn't create their own uniqueness and their own style? Why don't they do their own blend?
Because they're inspired by the Jamaican side. They're carrying the flag.
I inspired by a lot of videographers, the Timo Bright Light, the Moses, but I tend to I just take up from them and I go educate myself and I have my own style.
I would say
the style where you see I come with the trailer, I come
Yeah.
with the teaser, and every single videographer is doing it now. Right, but I never catch it from no one.
Yeah.
I make movies, so I make trailers. So I know that people sometimes don't have time.
Yeah.
They just want to hit the spot, go. So they just want to see 1 minute, and it's like they see the whole party. And 1
Yeah.
minute, sometimes better than the whole 3-hour video. So
Yeah.
even though I influenced by people, but
To do
I
different.
build and my thing, and I
Momentum.
go much further.
That's it. But again, first thing you said, home life, family life, work life, time. Many people who don't even dance have only got like 3 hours between settling, maybe putting the children to sleep and actually having those 3 hours before they sleep again. So in that little gap, dancers in England do have their own dances that they've made, created, that are being endorsed out there in the world, and people are doing the dances. But the problem is they don't have enough of a work field in England to ignite their fire. That's the problem.
Yeah, but-
the dancing ground.
But most people been dancing for a while. I see Shortman going to Europe and teach dancing and things like that. So people, they've been dancing more than 20 years. So they can use that influence and start to create their own routines and their own little thing. And that, because I see every dancer come from that, every dance that built in Jamaica, UK take it over. UK dancers even sometimes do it better than the dancers who originated.
Yeah.
But they never come with their own style.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. I think also if you mix with other people, it does help you kind of fuse as well. So that's just like garage, for example, when it was garage, and then it mixed a little bit to grime. And then they're now starting to mix. You notice some of the DJs are now starting to mix that old time thing with dancehall.
Okay.
And the
yeah.
mix, and that's what it is. It's the ear for things, is the action to
I
things.
I see. That's why, you know what, I have to give respect to dancehall and reggae. Because I live in England for a long, long time. You understand? I live in England longer than I live in Jamaica.
Yeah.
And I'm a Jamaican.
Yeah.
But I see the UK music scene. It changed so much. They don't have an identity. They're still searching for their identity now because they come with garage, they come with jungle, they come with all sides, and it just fuse into different things. And if that one, no, I can tell you which is going. Is grime? Which UK artist? What they're doing now? Because they doesn't have one that sticked out and run with. They just keep searching until they come right back to dancehall.
Yeah, I think it's the generations and their requirements. So once upon a time, when people were listening to that hardcore gore, that's not popular anymore. So even in the, should I say, Caucasian side, it's the same thing. Because I think it depends on what the range of people listen to is determined by the mind status of people. So do you go to a gore club if you're angry? No. You have to pick something subtle.
Well, let me explain this to you. Country and Western doesn't change.
Yes.
R&B doesn't change. Souls doesn't change. Dancehall, no matter what they might have new sounds, new fusion, it's still dancehall. It come under the same banner. And reggae doesn't change. You understand? No matter who sing it over the world, it's still reggae.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm saying. I can identify something what the UK dancer, what the UK have, and said, okay, it doesn't come under the one umbrella. It just keep changing as the flow go along. Different generation, different sound.
Yes,
it
that's
just keep changing. So it doesn't have no identity.
Yeah, because I think the generations are the reasons why.
But there's generations in dancehall. There's generation in all those other kind of music. They do. Other people come and say, okay, I like R&B. I gotta sing some R&B. They're gonna make it sound like R&B.
Yeah,
you understand? It
but
doesn't
that's
change.
why R&B changed a bit, because it's not like the 90s anymore.
No, because you have different. You got R&B and you got soul.
Yeah. But the R&B that we had was so successful, we still listen to it. I still go to the playlist for the 90s because it was so effective. So, for example, our children, are they in the dancehall scene?
Yep.
But it's
my grandkids are in the dancehall scene now.
But this is the thing. It's like, how many of our children are like us? That's the other question. You know?
Okay, how do you see the future of dancehall evolving in the UK, and where do you see yourself in the evolution?
As I said, I'm not going to be here anyway. I'm going to be living abroad. But I think it can get greater if people sticking together. They can create more out of it. If it's like, if people went back to what it was in the beginning, it can continue till the end. So it can pass on.
So what are the ingredients that's missing right now?
I would say the ingredients are behavioral patterns. So, for example, you're known for always cutting people. And you keep doing it, but then you want people to come. And then you want to take on more people and do it on top of what you've done already. So you might be the person that's running the scene, but if you keep running the scene so badly, you're cutting the whole scene in pieces.
So we're having a managemental problem.
Management problems. I've always said dancehall should have had an actual agency from a long time. And why I say that is because there was always structure missing. So if there was somebody that you have to see to, or that you are accountable to, just like how we are civilized in Africa, but we've got villages and we still have chiefs in every village, and the village is civilized. We've got everything, electricity, Wi-Fi, this, that, but we have a chief in every one because it runs the whole entire country in a stabilized manner. So I know if I steal from Mrs. What's name, or I fraud her, I'm liable to be punished.
Okay, I understand that. London split in 4 then. So we have north, west, south, east.
Yes.
So we have 4 chiefs that run.
4 ends, you have 4 ends, just like the mayors. Yeah? We have mayors for that reason. So no matter what's going on in each borough.
Who's going to be the dancehall mayor?
People can elect, and that's it. Whatever people say, that is it. It's just like nominations for awards. You know, you've got your awards there. From someone. Somebody gave these to you. Somebody decided that Ropes is the guy.
Ropes deserve,
do you know what I'm saying?
Ropes deserve, after 25 years, Ropes deserve something.
Had to.
Something for his...
But this is it. not. I know you got your journey, but you would be the best ambassador.
What? Young of 5. I'll be the best ambassador. No, you want the people that murder. I'm going live, so I can't even use certain word.
All right. But yes, Ropes, you would be the best because you know all angles as a promoter. Yeah? Videographer, probably even photographer, and everything else that's going because you know all angles. That's the most important thing is you have the business at heart. Just like if you're voting to be prime minister, no matter what people say, you would run the country better, right?
I think it's better if you vote for me as prime minister of England. I would have a better chance than being running dancehall. Dancehall is hard to manage.
Yeah.
Dancehall is hard to manage, and we try to do our little input into it most of the time, but it's only so much you can do because if everyone want to do illegal rave, no one want to do things the proper way. No one when I come and I call meetings with people in the business with like promoters, DJs, and patrons, and we call them. They don't turn up for meetings. They don't. When we have meetings with police and all these things, most of them don't turn up because they think that they can't work with police. But you can't. The police run the community. They give the license. When we say people go and get your license, they don't turn up.
Yeah, I understand.
They just want a venue and they send out their address. So late in the night, that people, you know what?
I think
dancehall is always raw.
Yeah, it's raw.
And that's why it's anything can happen in dancehall because if you notice when you're in dancehall, when the selector plays soul music, everybody is in love. When they play reggae, everybody is cultural. When they play dancehall, especially bad man song, everybody a bad man, blah, 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 and everybody face starts saying,
including me.
So I wrench up them face and man, they take chat on everything that because the kind of music dancehall have so much influence on people.
Yeah,
you understand? If you play country and western, everybody start turn dancers and everybody, remember them granny rice and peas and all them things. Play some Jim Reeds in that, everything. Play little.
Press a button. We all turn really bad, including me. I'm bad at that time.
That's dancehall. Dancehall is just raw. Dancehall, I don't think nobody can manage dancehall. Dancehall always create. Dancehall is a poor people thing, It create for people to come together and enjoy it. Sometimes it get loose. Sometimes you have to pray before you go into a dance. And said, Jesus, Father God. You might go to the dance and see certain people going into the dance and say, Jesus, why do my people have to come at the dance? This a dancer. Them couldn't go somewhere else.
Yeah.
Father God, do not make nothing tonight. And a selector don't even, dancehall is just raw. But what are your goals for the next few years, both as a dancer and how do you connect to your African and dancehall roots?
Well, I'm connected to both sides. Really, really connected. So let's just say the African side, I love it. Like I'm going to Zimbabwe in a few weeks. And for me, I can't really live without going. So when I'm there now, as I touch down, I could probably be out straight away, same night. And it's going to be an everything night. It's going to be soukous. It's going to be Afrobeats, as we say, South African music embraced in there, bit of soca and dancehall, like everything in one. So let's just put it this way. It's where you are. It's where you're standing. It's not the country, because my people all relate. My mum and her sisters would go clubbing and dance and party just like me, and all of them are just the same. But as I said, different places, different time, different behavior.
Yeah.
Me being a pilot, I've got plans for that, which I won't say, but it's mainly predominantly for us as a collective people to be able to not have so many restrictions and look down upon when you're flying. Because I flew right through each year, and I don't like how it feels to be told, oh, this, that, like you're almost not going to be allowed to fly because, oh, you look too young to be the person on this passport. Are you sure you don't have a sister and this is not you because the date doesn't match what I'm looking at?
But so, how can you change this as a pilot though?
Oh, Well, the thing is,
Because you don't
I'm not
own
flying.
the airport, you don't own a plane. If you own a plane, you have
My
influence.
son's an aeronautical engineer and he's a pilot. My plan is not to fly commercial. We have access to planes. I come from a family with pilots.
Okay.
So from the 60s, my uncle was a pilot.
Okay.
So when it
What
comes,
did they do? What did they do to change that narrative that what black people are
they're free.
that go through when people scrutinize their passport, scrutinize
they don't
how
go
they
through
look,
anything.
or what did they do? Did they change
they
anything?
got the
so
freedom.
Why you think you can change
Yeah,
that?
because they've got the freedom of flying, and I see it, and I've always seen it.
Yeah, but
they can
got the
fly
freedom.
anyhow without any.
Yes, but what about their brothers and sisters? Because you want to, you realize that there's a problem.
Yes, so that's what I'm trying to get to without saying too much, ropes. I can't expose it all, but let's just put it this way: if I'm flying a 10-seater plane, and I've got my people in the plane, we're highly respected, so therefore there's nothing to be said. All we have to do is to where it's supposed to be shown. It's just shown to say these are the passengers. That's it.
Yeah, but I can understand that. But you're only going to respond for 10 people. What about what about?
But that's what I'm
saying. What
saying.
about the rest of people?
The
Because
10
your plane only can hold 10.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to say to you. I'm not flying commercial.
But I think you would have suit much better if you represent a higher body and put those things to Parliament to show them that this is what black people face while they're flying.
Yeah, we're doing that, by the way. So,
okay.
As I said, I don't want to say.
These ropes are talking to you.
We're doing that already. But my main point is, for example, you see how the artists are treated when they're flying here? How they can get held at the airport if they want to? And the artists,
they can do it.
And the artists,
anyone, not because you're an artist that don't mean you're not subjected to be stopped and searched.
But I'm just saying they're flown everywhere else. But if a country decides to or wants to, they can give them a bit of trouble there.
Yeah.
All right. So there are certain things that are waived by your status. That's it. When you have status, you're waived. That's what we want in certain scenes, in certain fields. So
no, it's true because when I go to America, even though they give me hell one time, but when I get my masters, they open doors for me, and it's sure that when you got status, it can. But I'm not bothered about that. I'm bothered about the people that come in behind. Who people are giving problems.
That's
so if you can change that narrative, so be it.
Because I'm just giving you a little touch. How much years
you got left?
I haven't got years.
I'm
nearly there.
You're nearly there.
I've been going hard, and I'm going harder now. Because
so you start to fly now.
I can fly by myself.
Okay.
Now I can fly, but as I said,
let me know when you're flying again, so I can look up in the sky and see that plane.
I want to do the intensive now because I've got to do the theory now. The theory side of things. It's complicated because there's a lot to it. Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
But the air miles, I just need to finish my air miles. Once I'm done with that, I'm good. So it can be in the next few months.
How much 1,000 air mile you need to have?
I don't want to. I don't want to say too much.
Okay.
But as I said, we have access to planes in Zimbabwe.
Okay.
Especially, so therefore I can fly every single day.
Good.
Whereas here, I have a flight lesson once a week.
In UK.
Yeah. Once a week, for example.
So which license you're gonna get? A UK license or a Zimbabwe license?
I'm gonna get it here.
Oh, you get a license.
But I'm gonna get my miles there and here.
Okay.
The thing is, here you see the weather and everything here. I like flying in different countries because my vision, the sunlight, the climate, the humidity, it's all different.
Okay.
So what I always say is, wherever I am, I want to try and have a lesson.
You know what? It's a very expensive thing to do, but I wish you well. And I know you can make a life out of it, and you can make a lot of people happy, including your kids and your community and the dancehall scene that knows you.
Yeah.
And know this girl has been in dancehall scene for a very long time. She always been dancing up vibes and everything. So Angel, you know what? It was so nice having you here again.
I enjoyed myself. Thank you.
And I want you to come back. You understand? Because you've been how much have you been on the podcast? About 3 times? This is the third time.
This is the third time, yeah.
Angel, it's a pleasure having you here again.
Thank you.
And as I said, I'm doing 25 years, and I think I'm gonna
You've
leave
done good,
dancehall.
but can you come back every now and again for us?
No, I will come back every now. When I say I leave dancehall, I'm not leaving dancehall because I'm not taking. I want to spend more time with family now.
Okay.
And I want to do things because being a videographer is not easy. You have to have a good woman in your life who are gonna put up with that because most weekends she don't see me. My kids them don't get to see me and daddy this and that's why every morning I make sure that I'm in my kids' life. Every morning I take them to school. I get them ready for school. I don't miss it because I know sometime on weekends daddy gone. You understand? So you have to have good family to
understand.
Being a videographer, it take over your life.
It does, yeah.
It take over your
and
life.
The editing.
And editing worse.
Yeah.
So when you finish a party or a wedding would take me 4 weeks to edit? Because you edit wedding with a fine-tooth comb. You don't just jumble editing.
Yeah.
Dancehall editing is nothing.
Yeah, it's
really.
quicker.
But the professional work, you can't just knock them out like that. You have to go through it and everything. So it take a toll on me. I'm happy. I'm a successful videographer.
Yes.
You understand? I make a name for myself.
This is right.
But I wish we have more videographer coming through because I don't want the trade to die.
Yeah.
You understand? Because it's very good. Because people don't understand that videographer is so important in this world. Because without videographers, you would never know what's going on in the world. You would never, on the news, things what going on in Africa, things what going on in Jamaica. Without videographers, forget about the phone. The phone are the social media, and people pick out what they want you to see and what people gonna give them clout.
Content stuff.
Yeah, the content stuff and things like that. But it's deeper than that.
Yeah. My son's a videographer, by the way.
Wow, that's good.
Yeah.
That's good.
So he does it.
So we need more videographers. You understand? A few coming through, but we need more dancehall videographers to tell the story. Because if you realize now, dancehall can stand up with any other country in the world and say, yeah, we are this, we are that, we bold, we good, and even better. You understand? Because we are the only videographers in the UK that edits our work. We do the work and we go home and edit it. You know? It might look like some people don't do it, but it's not to throw up on a video and put it out. We edit.
Yeah.
So our thing, we're always making movies. You understand? But Angel, thanks again for coming.
You're welcome.
And as for from February until October, the end of October, this is my first podcast.
That's
you understand? So thank you again.
Nice to grace it back.
Yes. Okay. So tomorrow, I got a pastor coming here. We're going to talk about some serious matter.
Okay.
Some church stuff tomorrow.
Okay.
Okay, so people, you can line in again tomorrow because we're going to talk about some serious Christianity stuff.
Oh, can I add something? So,
yes.
Doing interviews again. Artists, anyone in entertainment, if you need to have an interview, I do not have a time cap, so I've already scheduled some people. But feel free to DM me, angel_delight34, and we can talk about you and what you do. I like to try and help, especially unknown artists, to get out there, to be seen and heard in other places.
And anyone out there who have a story and you want me to highlight your story, either you want me to come to you or you come in my studio. But I'm free. Just come. Just call me, arrange it, and we can talk about it. And we don't talk about things we're going to hurt people. We talk about things we're going to uplift people. Understand? If we can't uplift you, we'll leave it alone. Okay? So, Angel again, thank you again, my darling.
Welcome.
Safe travel.
Thank you.
And I wish you all the best when you get your pilot license.
Yep, I'll be back.
One day,
I'll be like
you maybe invite me and said, Ropes, come and sit in my plane, let me fly you.
Yeah.
Right? I'm waiting for the invitation.
I will.
Okay?
Yep.
Thank you again for coming.
You're welcome. Thank you.